Welcome to Transmission today with bitcoinindia.org. Thanks for coming on today. How's it going in India?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, dear Godman, and it's really a pleasure talking with you, and thank you for inviting us for your interview session.
Great. I also want to thank the sponsor for this show, ecoin.io, where you can get a Bitcoin denominated credit and debit card. Check that out, ecoin.io. All right, Saicom, why don't you tell us how you got interested into Bitcoin?
Okay, so I'm an engineering graduate with a background of electronics and communication engineering. I finished my engineering in 2007. So when I'm about to finish my studies, so I have seen a white paper which came out of from a gentleman with a pseudonym as Satoshi Nakamoto to IEEE organization. So I was a member at IEEE organization, so I used to receive their materials in regards to technology and everything. So I just got into curiosity. Just curious to know what is that cryptography, how it makes the difference and everything. So I did a small research how that cryptography works and what is that everything. And then even I heard that, okay, there is a other gentleman who first received Bitcoin transaction. And you must be know him as you're already into Bitcoin stuff. I'm talking about Hal Finney. Okay, he's the first person who received a first Bitcoin transaction from Satoshi Nakamoto, right? And of course, he got into some health issues, and now he has been frozen to minus 220 degrees centigrade. I know, so that when people find out the medicine, they can unfreeze him and then treat him. Again, he will see a world where every person who gets involved into Bitcoin or blockchain, both, the stuff. So it's really amazing. And after that, there is a small gap. Then I just got my job and I was working. And then again, when I heard about Bitcoin spread, okay. So since I already there into cryptography and everything, I used to hear and I used to everything. So the first when I heard about Bitcoin again, I can say the second phase in my life. That was $12.08. 80 cents. From that time up period, so I was always curious, and I used to go through a lot of I used to read a lot of articles. I used to watch news and about that, and I used to watch many YouTube videos, and I used to hear about a lot of things about Bitcoin mining and everything. And finally, last year, I quit my job. I can't stop my passion towards Bitcoin, so I just loved it. So I just quit my job and I just started my own startup. I thought, okay, India is a good place to do business. And if you look at population-wise, India is the second largest country in the world with 1.28 plus billion people. Okay, but if you look at the technology adoption, just like Bitcoin or blockchain, this stuff, it is listed as 16th place when it comes to other countries. So I thought, see, whenever we talk about IT revolution worldwide, which world has more than 200 countries, if you look at IT sector, US is the number one, then India is the number two, and then US is the number one, then Russia is the number two, then India is the number three, then Ukraine is the number four. So we are always there in the top five. But when it comes to Bitcoin, it is not the same. Though people are techie, though people are moderating their values, though people are got adapted to mobile evolution. If you look at India, 930 million people are using mobiles, right? So I thought, okay, so where people are lacking, so there are no organization which is giving a proper education to the Indian population. There are 2-3 other players. They are very small. If you look at the overall total number of users, they are just 30K plus or 30 to 40K users. If you compare with 1.28 billion with 30 to 40K users, it's almost negligible, 0.001 or something like that. Okay, so I thought it's really a great idea to have our own organization, as we already know a lot of stuff regarding to Bitcoin and everything. So we just started 1 year back, and we are building up this new website. And today it's November 1st, 2015. Of course, it's a Sunday, so I thought it's a really good day to start. Launch our product. Though we are yet to launch our product, there are people watching our website. We have got more than 9,000 views around the world, 60 plus countries. are viewing our website, since it is into remittance services, probably people might feel interested because they want to send money to their homes again. So who are the people are residing out of India, who has traveled from India for studies or for doing business or for living anything, so they want to send money back to India. So probably most of the people who are Indians from other countries, they are getting signed up. If I look at, even there are other country people who are also getting signed up. So it's really good to have. Currently we have 369 users as of last night. So we thought, I mean, we expect more people will be coming in again. So this is how actually I get into Bitcoin stuff.
Great. That sounds really interesting. And weren't you involved with IEEE? Is it a place where you learned about cryptography?
I used to just normally browse Google. I used to use Google to research things. I mean, just to have some articles. If you go to Wikipedia, you will find a lot of information. Okay, so that is the main major source. And if you look at, I mean, other places, news channels, so they used to, and most majorly I use Coinbase and Cointelegraph, and I mean those are the main two sources that I use, to get some knowledge. If I'm talking to some company, if I'm talking about some product that is related to cryptography, I browse those two sites. Okay, that mainly, and I hope probably. I mean, in future, I would love to see transmission rocks, okay, as one of the main source for interviews with most of the company CEOs in the world.
Great. Okay, so I think there's a lot of people that send money to India every day from other parts of the world. And I think before we went on, we were talking about that it's $71 billion. Is that a year or a day or a week?
I mean, if you look at this is the charts as for Wikipedia, so we can get exact numbers from Wikipedia as well as World Bank organization. Okay, so they stated that it was $71 billion in 2014 has been transmitted through through authorities. We do not know how much money is going offline, but these are the fact. See, if you look at any country or any kind of business, so there are always online and offline transactions. So as for their record, it's 71 billion US dollars has been reached. I mean, has been sent to India in 2014 specifically, and there are 15 major countries. So we target those 15 major countries, and those are the countries who are sending most of the 80% of remittance money to India. Okay, and even in addition to that, in India we have internal remittance. We call it as domestic remittance, that is within state to state. If you look at other country like US, they have many states, and each and every state has separate license prosperity and separate rules and regulations. When it comes to India, it's a central organization. It's a central government. We used to call it as central government. So they are the one who controls it. So now we are trying to get license from Indian government for a money transfer business, and we just need one license to have to operate our business within India, any state. Okay. So it's really a great market, and altogether we have remittance market as $82 billion. If you look at Bitcoin at current, okay, there are, of course, I mean, many people who probably even the people who are watching this video, they know that there are only 21 million Bitcoins can be mined, not more than that. And currently more than 14 million Bitcoins are mined. If you look at the market size, currently it's 329 the US dollars per Bitcoin. So with that valuation, if you look at entire Bitcoin market size, it's $4 billion. Okay, so if you look at remittance market size, it's $82 billion. So what I thought, it's really a good idea to use blockchain and Bitcoin wherever it is applicable, okay, to hit remittance market. So I'm collaborating this $4 billion technology with $82 billion. So if I want to hold the entire 100% Bitcoin network to have that $4 billion business to run by myself, it can't be possible, because it is there everywhere. It has been split into bits and pieces. If you look at India, it is very small, probably maybe 2 or 3 million market when it comes to Bitcoin. Okay, but I am trying to patch up this Bitcoin blockchain technology to utilize it for 82 billion market. So it's really amazing. Even if I can succeed, see, there are competitors in every business. There are competitors. Already existing players are there. Of course, we will be using Bitcoins to minimize the transaction fees. Okay, so for single transaction they will charge $10. For example, we can charge $1 or $2. Again, it's based on our own estimations and how much we are spending, how much we need to get profit and everything. Even if we can able to hit the market at least for 5%, or if we can say if we are good enough to reach the right people or right users, I can say, not in India. We need not to have Indian users at all, because people who will use our services are from abroad because they want to send money to India. None of the Indians will send money to other countries. Maybe there are people, might be 5% or 10%, but the majority of people are from abroad.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to reach out those right people to have them in our business. So that way, if we can at least 10%, that would be 8 billion market. So that's a lot of money to do business with.
Yeah. Saikam, how much do you think people pay on average to send money to India?
Currently, at current market?
Yes, currently.
Okay, let me understand this. See, you're asking me how much usually cost to use traditional transaction services, probably through Western Union or through bank. How much
Right.
it is?
MoneyGram, Western Union, etc.
Okay. So I have spoken with few people who I have friends and here at India. Personally, I have my personal experience receiving remittance money. Okay, and I have spent for every time I have waited 8 to 12 days for various reasons, because I need to go to the bank, I need to give declaration, I need to get approval. Even once I receive the remit, I'll receive an SMS, then I need to walk into the bank, I need to enter one more form by filling this information. Okay, I need to give them one more time. Though I have account with them, I need to provide them some, because to protect, to avoid all this AML, KYC, I mean know your customer, though they are know me as a customer, to avoid this anti-money laundering things. Okay, so they need me to walk in again. So there are these are real-time difficulties. So I have spent for each and every time I have spent 8 to 12 days to receive a remittance, and the minimum charge is $10 that I faced. Minimum charge is $10. If we look at US or other countries, okay, so $10 it might be minimal, but if you look at the people who are below class, we can say there are low class, middle class, and high class. There are people who are going abroad to do some normal business, normal jobs. We can say mid-level jobs. They won't be gaining so much salary. Okay, when they are sending money back to here, if it is $10, each and every dollar would cost 65 rupees. If it is $10 minimum, I'm talking. Okay, and forget about the expenses that they need to spend. They need to hire a share auto, or they need to go travel. They need to spend some petrol to reach all these calculations. Okay, avoid all this. Forget all this. Just when it comes to minimum transaction fee of $10 is 652 rupees. A 3 days wages of common labor, or we can say common worker.
So it's 3 days work, right, of an average worker in India for the flat fee.
And just think about it. Yeah, that's right. I'm just talking about minimal fee. I'm not talking about big fee. If somebody is sending $5,000, okay, that's fine for them to pay $10 or $15 because they're good enough to bear that cost. But not someone who is sending $200 or $500. It's difficult for them because they're earning so much less money. They have family who are dependent here. Again, they need to take care of their expenses or abroad. So if you consider all this, for the people who are sending low amount, it's really not good up to the mark.
Great. Okay. Well, so how do you want to help people send money for cheaper than these and faster than the services that we've talked about? On your website, you have send money with email. You have showing people how to get Bitcoin wallets on their phone. So what kind of services are you offering to help people send money from abroad to India for cheaper than Western Union or MoneyGram or other wire services?
Okay. Before I speak about the cheaper transactions, I would like to mention one thing here. The banks who are charging, or the money transfer services who are providing the third party, we can say MoneyGram or Western Union, I'd like to mention one word here. Why they're charging so much? For us, they're charging so much, but if you look at the real numbers, they're actually getting benefited in pennies, not even dollars. Okay, why? Because they have technology, they need to maintain their data centers, they need to pay their employees, right? They have thousands of users, thousands of employees, they need to pay rent for their branches. Okay, if you look at Western Union, they got as for their report, I mean, which I have seen 2 or 3 months back. I mean, I used to research a lot of things, before we step into it. They got more than 4 to 5,000 branches overall the world. So they need to take care of all those aspects. So for a user, it's a high, but when it comes to them, they are receiving very less profits. We might think that, okay, worldwide the remittance market is $550 billion, and remittance is having almost 60% of the market, so they are handling all this, so they will be getting 550 billions or 40 billions. But when it comes to their pockets, they are getting very, very, very less. Okay, so that is how every business facing the problem. So I thought, okay, let's avoid something to bring down the cost down. So I will not be having any branches here, probably very limited, okay, but which covers wide area, and I will avoid agents. I doesn't require any agent. I'll be having customer support team who can assist everyone online. They just need to give a call on toll-free number. They will guide you how you need to get your money, if in case if you are not too technical, because we cannot expect everyone who is receiving money, okay, or techie or the geek. So obviously they need some good customer support. I believe in that because I belongs to customer support background, so I know how it value. Okay, so by avoiding infrastructure and by avoiding all these agents, obviously we can bring down the cost. And in addition to that, or we can say as a main thing, by using Bitcoin, we can avoid a third party. We doesn't require any trustworthy partner to transmit money. For example, you are in Germany and you want to send money to India in case, then what you will instruct your bank to send money. Your bank will instruct some third party who is mediator between both of us, our country banks, right? Then they will charge some, and then they will try instruct our my bank here at India. They will take that instruction, and they need to process. They need to pay their employee salary. So all these things. So by using Bitcoin, it's a peer-to-peer network, right? So we can avoid all this cycle. So what happens, if you want, you can just come to my site. You can go to remittance. Even it doesn't need to know what is Bitcoin or what is blockchain. For you, you want to send money. For the receiver, they just want to receive their money. You just simply go to my website, click on remittance, okay, and you just need to use your debit card or credit card or your bank based on the country that you have, based on the facilities that we are providing, of course, by coordinating with your country government and everything. You can just send money. It will take hardly 30 seconds to 20 minutes because it's our internal database, because we are using Bitcoins to transfer money, right? So it will take hardly 2 minutes to just get confirmations. Of course, you will get instant alert, and then of course we will also receive an alert with the information where about the receiver. If you have their account information, that will be well and good. If not, we'll just call up the guy who is a receiver, and we'll get information from them. And here in India, we got one option called IPMS. Okay, that is just like we can make instant transaction to anyone by using our bank account. And there are two options. The people who are receiving money, they must be having a bank account, or the people who are receiving money might not have a bank account. So there are two categories: banking users or unbanking customers. If you look at the entire population of India, there are 45% people are unbanked. Okay, so that together 540 million people doesn't have a bank account. The reason is, I have my own experience. I have a few bank accounts, and recently I have closed one bank account, though I am well enough to maintain all the banks, because I just failed to maintain minimum balance for 3 months. They're charging a lot of money for that maintenance. So an average person who is earning less than, we can say below poverty line, who are earning less than 5k INR or 10k INR or 15k INR. Even the people who are earning 20k INR per month is very hard for them to maintain minimum balance, because he has a family who depended on it. He can't keep that money frozen in his account. He need to use it for expenses. Okay, so people are facing that problem. In such case, we'll be using IMPS option, so that we will just send a SMS code to them. They can simply walk into any ATM. They can use, there is an option to use cardless transaction. Okay, they can use that option, and they can withdraw the money that they want. Okay, so in this case, what's happening? We are avoiding agents. We are avoiding, India is a very big country. 29 states are there to cover major. There are 1,500 major cities. To cover all these cities and even the rural areas, we need to have minimum 3,000 or 4,000 branches. That will cost so much money. Again, we will be going to the users to charge more than what currently Western Union is charging. That doesn't make any sense for me. Okay, so my business idea is this. So I can use technology. See, we're into a technology-driven community right now. So we're into Bitcoin, so which is a 280 times faster than any other network currently, which we are in IP, TCP/IP region or whatever it is. Okay, so we'll be using this to facilitate remittance money. Of course, we will be following AML, anti-money laundering, and we'll be following. Of course, we will verify our users, receivers. Okay, to whom we are sending money. See, no one is here to avoid or ignore government rules and regulations, because government is with us to protect to protect the country people, right? So even government is happy as long as you provide your services at low cost to the people, right?
Okay.
So that is what government wants. They want to facilitate more facility to the people. So I can use technology to make this happen. So of course, I'm testing. I'll be testing with 200 or 300 initial users, to experience in real life. Then I'll fix some price. Probably I'll go with $1 per transaction fixed cost, or I can say 0.01%. It will be again low, or I can say 0.1%. It's still, I'm trying to make, like, if someone want to send $20, you must know about these micro transactions, micro payments, and everything. Okay, if somebody wants to send money, which is to their families who are into poor economic stage. So I want to empower them by using all this methodology. So because by doing this, I'll reduce my transaction cost. So one is right. Bitcoin, and to avoiding infrastructure, and to avoiding agents, no middlemen.
So you're going to offer at a very cheap rate, and that's really interesting that you can send to people without a bank account. If they have a mobile phone, then you can, send them with an SMS code. And that's really good to just use the infrastructure that you already have and, use it to your advantage and offer these really cheap services. So you did speak about the government and, KYC, and so you touched on regulation. Was Bitcoin banned in India? I think there was a lot of rumors or misinformation going around. I think more in beginning of 2014, I believe there was a warning from the government. So has the government changed their opinion about Bitcoin, and what is the state of government in India and their opinion on Bitcoin and regulation?
Okay, it's really a good question, and in fact, I'd like to term it as a lack of knowledge. The people who are talking about something, banned or warning and everything, so it's because of their lack of knowledge. And I would like to say one thing, that there's a difference between caution note and a warning letter. Caution note is something that, hey man, be careful when you're doing this. Warning is something, hey man, don't do this. If you do this, we will penalize. Or if you do this, we will punish you. So there's a difference. And in 2013, December, our bank, RBI, has released a caution note stating that whoever are using cryptocurrencies, okay, and the price is volatile, if they feel or if they lose any price over that, we will not be responsible for that. Don't come to us and ask, sir, we have lost this, please back us. So at your own risk, you can do it. So it's a caution note. It's not a warning. If it is a warning, they would have stated that don't use Bitcoin. Okay, so it was a caution note. Okay, and recently, our RBI bank governor clearly stated that this is just like Bitcoin is just like how credit card came in 90s. Okay, so we don't want to stop any cryptocurrencies or any technology that provide good facility to the people, Indian people. We don't want to stop them. We will accept them how we did accepted credit cards. Okay, so and he also stated that it's not a revolution that a community of people are trying to do something. Okay, I would like to term it as an evolution. So he said that, RBI bank governor, and recently even they are trying to approach the people. In fact, recently they approached one of the guy to the US. They're asking, in India we got 17,000 ATMs. How we can utilize these 17,000 ATMs, okay, to transmit money from overseas to India at low cost? You people are talking about Bitcoin. So is this something that we can support you to make this done? And they also kept a new proposal saying that there are 20,000 plus post offices in India postal service, okay, who identify they got good infrastructure as well as where they got good internet connectivity, okay, so that they can place ATMs over there so that people can go and get money from the ATMs. I'm talking about remittance.
Right.
So
Yeah.
even RBI came forward. It just happened within a week time. Many people might not know about this, but this is what the fact. I have spoken with all those authorities. So it's really interesting thing, even government is coming forward towards this.
Right. Okay. Also,
and I will share two links regarding that. I mean, which proves my statement. I'll just share that link with you. Probably the people who are watching it, they should not think that he's into Bitcoin, so that's like he's trying to cover something. Okay, so I just want to share that because
sure. So everyone, all our viewers and listeners, I will put all the links in the description below so you can reference them afterwards. So yeah, I think that's really good to clear up, what the government said, because especially in December 2013, there were a lot of sensationalist articles in positive and negative on Bitcoin, and things were getting a little crazy. So I think it's good to clear that up, that, Bitcoin is not banned in India, and it never was. It was just that, there was some misunderstanding about, I think, what the government was saying about Bitcoin and so on, and maybe a few sensationalist articles that were out there, which is, so the government is basically saying, hey, this is a technology, this is good, we want people to be able to use that, it's going to help our economy. So they're trying to be more positive on Bitcoin and blockchain technology. So that's really good. Okay, so you also offer buying and selling of Bitcoin, so I can send you a bank transfer. Yes.
Yes, that's possible. And before that, I would like to add one more point, that there are other 2-3 players, almost 5 players, small players in Bitcoin community who are already running their business. Okay, and even after the caution note, okay, they kept running. Still, it's going on. Recently, there is other company who raised 1.75 million US dollars, okay, as a Series A, and they are growing. So, which proves that there is no regulation or there is nothing stopping Bitcoin business here. So we can what I'm trying to say is Bitcoin is user friendly to the India, as well as India government is not stopping Bitcoin. So that is a live example, I can say.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
So there's
that proves.
Right, exactly. There's live proof that it's not banned. Okay, yeah, just, like I said, I think there was some, misinformation going around more early 2014, like you said, December 2013, about that. Okay, so I can buy and sell Bitcoins from your site. I can send you a wire transfer from inside India and buy some Bitcoin. And I also noticed that you're offering the ability to buy gold with Bitcoin? Why did you decide to add that option?
Okay, here you go. Okay. Okay, I'm just sending you the link. Let me send that first. Sorry for that. Okay. Oh, here is the link. YouTube video which shows that RBI governor is talking about Bitcoin in a positive manner. And yesterday he is into one IIT Delhi conference. He stated, okay, let me grab that information from my Twitter account. Okay. Okay, I will give it later. Okay, fine.
It's fine. I will add the links. Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
So tell us why did you decide to also add? Why did you also decide to add the ability to buy gold with Bitcoin on your site?
Okay. If you look at if you look at India, if you look at many foreign countries, people are crazy about gold in India. Okay, and Indian people specifically, they believe in something. You know, they believe in gold. Even for every festival, they'll go out and buy some gold as a sentiment. They think that it will give them more prosperity. It will bring them to their families more richness and everything, more fortune, in a simple word. Okay, so they have in that belief. And when it comes to Bitcoin community here at India, if you look at marketplace, you can just buy and purchase. I'm talking about a user. They can just buy and sell Bitcoin, or they can trade. More than that, there is no other options available to utilize Bitcoin. Okay, if you can be able to utilize it, then we can adapt more users. We can get more users. Nowadays, what's happening? The people who has some, who are most of the people are belongs to middle class families, and they want to become rich by trading these bitcoins, not to actually utilize it for their real life. Okay, so to make that possible, I'm trying to facilitate. They can buy gold, they can buy silver. I made to add that option. Of course, anyone can join to our website. They can, it will take hardly 5 to 10 seconds. Even if they are bothered about their security, password credentials, of course, we are more secure. Our site is SSL encrypted with 2048 encryption. Okay, I paid, of course, we are trying to protect everything, even their information. If some people are still concerned, they can utilize their social networking site to sign up. So currently, worldwide, we have 21 different social networking sites which enables you to sign in. I don't think I ever come across a site who is using more than 4 or 5 social icons, to enable, which enables sign in. I think India is the first site in the world who is enabling more options to sign in with secure way. Okay? And they can see what are the options as given in user dashboard. And they can buy gold, they can buy silver, they can top up their mobile, they can buy flight tickets, they can rent a car. Okay, they can book a hotel. Okay,
oh nice. So you also
they can play games.
So you also help people book flights.
Yeah, I have already added a few options. So I'm just, remittance is our main market. Remittance is our main market. At the same time, I would like to give all this facility to the users so that they can utilize Bitcoin in their real life. If you look at cheapair.com, they can buy flight tickets. Okay. If you look at book with Bit, I'm an official advisor to that company where people can utilize Bitcoin to book their hotels around the world. Okay, so I'm also talking with few game developing companies so that people are crazy to use Facebook. For example, they play Candy Crush. I mean, I ever play a game because I don't have much time to spend.
Are you talking about Candy Crush? Yeah, we've spoken about Candy Crush on World Crypto Network before. So yeah, people like that in India too, and they want to buy games and stuff like that. Well,
I always used to receive notifications, invitations. Hey, Reddy. Hey, Saikam. Yeah, come and join with me. Come and play. What is that? Criminal Case. Okay, some crazy game. Even my wife used to play that game. Okay, they used to earn some coins. They used to play Temple Run. They used to earn some coins, which looks like a Bitcoin. Okay, but they're not actually real Bitcoins. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to enable that. If someone earns some coins by playing the game, so playing a game is their hobby, that will make them earn some money. You got my point?
Okay. Yeah,
So
sure.
if anyone is playing a game through our website, they'll get some bits.
Mm-hmm.
So even currently, I'm giving away 100 bits. Of course, it's 1 million. One Bitcoin is 1 million bits. So I'm giving away 100 bits to all new signups, even for the people who are referring their friends to join in our website. Each and every person will get 100 bits. If you're, for example, if you're inviting 1,000 of your friends by using email contacts, if 1,000 persons will join at our site, you will get 1,000 times 100 bits, and thousands of them,
Okay.
they will
Mm-hmm.
get 100 bits to them. What I'm trying to do is, many people always used to hear about all news. Okay, there is something happen, there is, okay, exchange is accept, NASDAQ is using Bitcoin to build a platform where everyone in the world can invest their money to companies. And even Australia Prime Minister has used Bitcoin to buy some shares. Okay, and even Overstock is accepting Bitcoin. Even Delhi is accepting Bitcoin to buy laptop. I mean, to sell laptops. Even Microsoft is accepting. PayPal is accepting. There is a website which you shared with me the other day, Pershio. Okay, where people can utilize. So I'm trying to give them more option in their life. They can utilize.
Yeah.
They can see actually how a Bitcoin looks like, how a Bitcoin wallet ID looks like. They can test by using those bits between them. Probably I see, if I get something for free, I don't mind to try something. People
Yeah.
are techy, people are curious, people are crazy to know. Oh my god, Bitcoin. Okay, it's $250 yesterday before, $292 yesterday before, and yesterday it was $330. Oh my god, what's happening? I wish I would buy some Bitcoin, I could trade.
Yeah.
Okay, so people think like that, but they're afraid to try. Some people are afraid to try, so I'm just giving up some Bitcoin so that they can try it. Slowly they will come to our way. So I'm trying to educate the people to increase our Bitcoin community. So I have plans to establish our company over 140 plus countries.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Okay,
great.
yeah, please go
Great.
ahead. So this is what my, yeah.
No, that's
If you have any questions, sir.
no, yeah, great. That's great. So you want to also help people, use Bitcoin, not only be able to buy it and only for remittances, but to, network with different ways for people to book hotels and flights and so on and so forth. So that sounds really good. I'm really appreciate you coming on and telling us about, what's going on in India and about your company. If we want to find out more information about your company, you can go to bitcoin-india.org, and you're also on Twitter. I will also put the link in the description. Anywhere else where we can find you?
Yes, in addition to that, I also do shows at Blab. If interested
Oh, yeah.
people, if they got some questions, they can very well come there and they can ask me. I'm happy to answer the questions at my best. I don't say I'm an expert, but whatever the information I have, probably that they might not have. So I'm happy to share that knowledge. So every
Right,
day I'm spending
exactly.
minimum 2 hours to educate people. So though
Exactly.
my time is
So,
valuable, but still, I just want to help the people.
yeah, so
So
you
I'm
can
trying to
also,
create a marketplace for Bitcoin users worldwide.
great. Yeah, so you can check him out over at blab.im, and I'll also put the link to his profile, and you can see his upcoming blabs, which are just like little shows, and you can subscribe to them, and you can also join in the conversation there live. So that's a good way to interact with people. All right, well, thanks for coming on, everyone. That was Transmission. Please subscribe to this channel, World Crypto Network. Please give us a thumbs up. Make sure to share this video with all your friends. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section and we'll get back to you. Also, I want to thank the sponsor for this show, ecoin.io. Check them out, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks to our sponsor, ecoin.io, where you can get a Bitcoin-denominated credit and debit card, e-coin.io.